Hello, good evening. Look at that, I actually started this. It's almost like it was on purpose. Oh, hello. That's some music. Okay. This is quite the song. Okay, yeah, this is quite a. Whew, all right. Hello, welcome. How to start this? There's a pandemic, so stay inside and watch streams. Yeah. But seriously, I hope everyone is staying safe, washing their hands, and trying to avoid contact with people. As much as possible. Anyways, we're going back to Aviary Attorney. I know, at the end of the last Aviary Attorney stream, I had a bit of a bad taste in my mouth, which I still think is deserved. They really kind of lead you, kinda to where we ended up. I think trying to get the quote good ending end quote requires a certain level of knowledge as to what's going to happen. Like, I feel like you have to more or less fail unless you have a guide to know that, oh, we needed things and things and things, okay, and then you have to replay. Yeah, you didn't know what you were doing, get wrecked. Exactly, Pokemon Free. So, God, this song. I'm just gonna. Okay, it's a bit much. There we go. So, it left a bad taste in my mouth, and I still maintain. I feel like my criticisms of it are legit. I don't appreciate the way that it kind of purposefully kind of led me to that. That part kind of sucks. There's not a lot of signposting, etc., etc., etc. That's fine. We're gonna play through this goddamn ending the way I guess the developers want me to, and then we will play the second ending, which I unlocked extremely quick because you basically have to screw up a bunch and then just make a different decision, which is instead of speaking up and doing the garbage trial, you just don't speak up. Which I will play on stream. I'm not just gonna like fast forward to there because it's good to know, because woof, there is some context there that if I just jump into it, it's not gonna make any sense. And then after that, we will do the good run to get the good ending. Yeah. So I'm going to do the sad, I assume, ending, or the bittersweet perhaps ending for today, assuming we get through today. I feel we will. So without further ado, which one was this one? Bottom right? I think it was bottom right. Game? Oh, it's not full screen again. Oh, there it goes. It's not going to capture, is it? There we go. Okay, click to begin. So, yeah, this load previous day thing, after the last stream ended, I actually clicked on this to know what the hell this is. So, ta-da, we have a grid. So, this is what told me that there's actually 3 different ways to play out the last case. So, case 4C is where we naturally got to. Case 4A is the alternative future. And then case 4B is if you know what the hell you're doing in case 3. So, we're going to start here. There's not that many blocks? Save points, I guess. I'm hoping we can scream through this one and maybe this one tonight, but we'll see. Anyway, now, excuse me for a half a moment. I have to go turn off a light. Just a sec. Alright, there we go. So, I believe that this ending is where the 3 brothers, Remus, Romulus, and I don't even remember the third one because who gives a damn about him, have been pulling all the strings and are actually going to pull it off. They've all been proverbial wolves in sheep's clothing, which I think is actually kind of fun. Like, the one is like in church, another one is, hey, Wow, that's a name. Thanks for the follow, ahole232. Or do you prefer 232? Or is it ahole? No, there's no accent on it. Probably just a-hole, isn't it? Either way, thank you for the follow. So yeah, this is the Fraternity ending. So there's Liberty, whatever the second one is, I can't remember, and Fraternity. So I do like the fact that, yeah, the three wolves, one's in the church, one's in the law, and the other guy, I don't know what he was doing. But I do like the fact that they're all working together to actually pull a thing. My name is whatever you want it to be. Okay, that's a weird kink, but I respect it. Anyways, I have to remember how all these voices work. And I don't know how I'm going to distinguish the brothers, so I'm not going to. All of them, I mean, I assume they're triplets, so they're all going to sound the same. I could do something fun and make one drastically different than the others, but I'm not going to do that because I'm lazy and voices are already hard and there's way too many in this game. I regret ever doing voices for it. I thought it was just going to be a fun little thing. My understanding is that brothers naturally sound the same. I don't think that that is true. I have two brothers myself, and we have definitely similar speech patterns, for sure. Like, we definitely talk the same in some regard, but we definitely don't sound the same. Anywho's. Oh, my mouth is already dry. This is getting brutal. You can come out now, brother. How'd it go? Better than we'd ever hoped for. The Roos is dead, and Madame has tasted her first blood. Amazing. Completely worth getting shot for. A meddlesome Falcon tried to disrupt our execution. Falcon? Really? The tenuous wretch. That's a good... I would love to have someone insult me with a tenuous wretch. How angry can you really be if someone's going to go through the effort to come up with that tenuous wretch as an insult to you? That's so much more creative than, like, dick face or whatever, you know? Like, it's, you know, it's that, like, Shakespearean style of insultery. Don't worry, he flattened and bubbled around hopelessly. The madam thinks he's of some use, but really he's as good as dead. This is marvelous. Every piece is falling into place. Our dream will be a reality in no time at all. To reason, brother! To reason! Yeah, Fraternity. Oh, God. This guy, I can never remember his voice. I know I made him vaguely Spanish, Mexican. Oh, boy. I was really hoping they weren't going to be here again. I hope you don't harbor too much hate for the madam. I know the rooster was your friend, but the madam does what she does for the good of France. Yeah, it would be fun if the cult of reason was trying to summon some kind of a demon, like the, what is it, the Hell Club? Is that what they were called back in the day? Oh, is this game best at top right? Alright, upper right. Give me a second, I have to swap the capture. There we go. Okay. Oh boy, this is awkward. It is a bit. Perhaps a round of drinks are in order. After all, this is a tavern. What do you two say? Nah, let's do it. I'll take a wine. Make sure it's a stiff one. One does not get a stiff wine. That is... In no way does one get a stiff wine. Yeah, I'll take a wine. Can you, fortify it with some vodka? Actually, hold on. This is France in the 1800s. Fortify it with some gin. You meant top left. Okay, we'll just keep playing this game until we get there. There you go. The Sinister, right? Yeah. Okay. I'll take two. Very well. Piero, fetch our guests some drinks. It's your round. My round? No way, it's your turn. Turns don't matter. You still owe me for that omelet. Omelet? Omelet I generously paid for last Friday. Yeah, well, you owe me for that coffee on Tuesday. Okay. That's 30 cents of coffee deducted from a 60-cent omelet. Plus the 25-cent peanuts you swiped from my pantry. God damn it. Pokemon Freak. Amelie, Justin McElroy's famous voice, who has been featured on this stream.
Hold up. I ain't good at mental arithmetic.
Listen, Sparrowson, you need to go. Go? Yes. I'll create a distraction, and you head straight for the back door. Is that such a good idea? If we both stick around, we could both end up dead as soon as we rub the lioness the wrong way. If we both run, these two will probably shoot us in the backs. The way I see it, one of us running is the most viable option. Falcon. Don't argue. Once you're out, find Volarty and tell him what you've seen. Okay. So it's agreed. You get this round and I'll owe you 2 cents.
Yep, and I'll hold you to them 2 cents. Be right back. Don't you two move or nothing.
I have no idea where that guy's accent's going. I don't even care. He'll hold me to 2 cents? That Piero's such a miser. Anyway, I don't feel like sitting in silence. Let's talk to pass the time. I've realized this voice, I've just gone full Judge Dredd for Fontaine. That's where his voice has gone. Oh, why did I drink wine before this? It always shreds my throat. Want to play some cards? Fontaine, do you want to play some cards while we wait? Yeah, I will be the law. Some cards. Well, I'm no gambler, but sure. We can have a quick round of something. Great. Have you ever heard of blackjack? Blackjack? No. Does that sound anything like Jacques Noir? But the name sounds dubious. It's fine, I assure you. Deal me in, and I'll demonstrate. How can he deal you in? He doesn't even know what the hell he's doing. Okay. 3, 5, 16, yes. 20, I'll stand at 20. You win. So, what do you think? I think you just took the rules of blackjack and slapped them awkwardly on a tarot deck. This is a terrible game. This game is not allowed to be so self-aware. It's not allowed. That's I will not stand for it. No. No. Oh well, how would we play some poker instead? Poker? That's just poker. That's just poker with tarot cards, I swear to God.
Alright, I brought Jinx. One for me, one for you, one for you, and one for... Hey, where's the little one?
The little one? He's right. Crap. I lost him.
You lost him? How'd you lose him? I was gone for 2 minutes.
I think I dropped the ball on this one.
I'll say, the mom's going to string us up for sure. Actually, we should make up a cover story. We can't let her find out about these.
You can't let me find out about what? They let Sparrowson escape. I let Sparrowson escape? Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry. Bad child. Is she sad in her dream? Or an awake sad? Oh. No, she's awake. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. And we are upper left. Okay. Excuse me. Tweedledee and Tweedledum here. Over here, weren't paying attention. Let Sparrowson casually walk away. But, madam...
We can explain.
I swear, I give you two bozos one damn job. It's weird to hear her say bozos, right? No comment on Pokemon Freak. Not a goddamn word. It doesn't matter. The little bird was dispensable for our plans, but Falcon isn't. What's important is that he's still here. Madam, if Sparrowson runs to the police, then both this location and the Sleeping City are compromised. We should keep this meeting brief. Agreed. Falcon, let me quickly fill you in. As you probably know, we are planning a form of protest, an enormous protest on the 14th of this month. We intend to draw a massive crowd at the Place de la Concorde, and then we shall march across the Tuileries Gardens. A march across Tuileries? You intend to storm the Louvre? No, the Palais Royal. That's where the King and Prime Minister will be residing. I would like it to go peacefully, but... Peaceful uprisings have a habit of turning violent, don't they? Exactly. We can't let the leaders of this country escape amidst the chaos. They must be tried for their crimes against the French people. On that note, I want you to lead the prosecution. You want me to prosecute the King of France? The King and the Prime Minister. They are both responsible for the rampant inequality that plagues this country. On the day of the revolution, we will drag both of these overpaid bourgeois into the streets, and you shall prosecute them then and there. I think I understand. Prosecuting the pair for crimes against humanity, I suppose? It could certainly be done. If I were to interview a lot of citizens, gather a lot of evidence, file some paperwork, I could probably prepare a case in around 2 months. You don't think overpaid is a fair description of the king? I mean, I get he doesn't have a salary, but, I mean, he's got a lot of options, you know? We don't have the luxury of time. Use your ingenuity on the day, just like you did in the catacombs. I would like to point out that my ingenuity in the catacombs killed someone. You can't be serious. There's no alternative. The wheels of the revolution are already turning, and the revolution will ignite in under a week. The question on my mind is, what do we do with you until then?
You can leave with us, ma'am. We'll keep a good eye on him.
After seeing the atrocious job you two did guarding the little bird, I think not. I'll just have to guard you myself, Falcon. You shall spend this week at my side while I complete our preparations. I guess so, Pokemon Freak, yeah. At your side, all day and night? Absolutely. I'm not going to let you out of my sight for 1 minute. That seems excessive. You can trust me, madam. She has literally no reason, bud. Absolutely no reason to trust you. No, I can't. You promised to help me, but I know that you don't actually believe in the cause of the Second Republic. If I give you 1 grain of freedom, you will undoubtedly flee. Meeting is over. Come along, Falcon. Okay, let's go to the question mark. Not question mark, exclamation point, Jesus. And then, when we were sitting in the tavern, Falcon gave me the opportunity to escape. Great distraction, I sneaked away and went straight to the police. Oh boy, his voice is gonna kill me tonight. Then, you called the meeting, and, well, here I am. So, yeah, that's the whole story. I see. So Severin Cocorico died at the hands of the rebels. That's right. And Falcon revealed his true colors as a traitor. Traitor? No. That's not right, Inspector.
Falcon's not real. He's just playing along so he can save his own life.
Don't be so naive, Sparrowson. Put the puzzle pieces together. Falcon willingly leapt into the lion's den for the specific purpose of siding with the rebels. He let you escape because he could see that you weren't truly sympathetic to the rebel cause.
That doesn't make any sense at all. Falcon's never shown a rebellious streak.
Tell me, Sparrowson, what do you know about Falcon's past?
What? He's a private person.
Has he ever told you what he did during the July Revolution, before he changed his name?
No. He hasn't told me anything, really.
Sparrowson, let me tell you about the man they call the Viridian Killer. Okay, so let's go to the halls. The halls, eh? Let me guess. You have a weapon supplier here, somewhere around here? Or maybe it's just where you plan on meeting an informant, a government defector? As good a meeting spot as any. Actually, I'm here for groceries. No need for that look. You think just because I'm a gun-toting rebel, I don't need to buy food? Oh, crepes and a cracker. What the hell did they sound like?
Boumort! Boumort!
Well. It was in Sotney and Little Gambadi. You're growing bigger every time I see you.
Ma'am!
Oh.
Ma'am, you have to hear this. Something big went down here yesterday. A policeman! A nasty, ugly policeman!
Let me guess. He was bullying people into revealing secrets of the whereabouts of the revolutionaries.
But that's how it started, ma'am.
Oh boy, I can't even hold on to her voice for 2 sentences.
Same old bullying techniques. He was pushing around this old beggar who ran hands around a market sometimes. But then, when the rat wasn't speaking up, the policeman drew his gun and shot him.
Policeman shot a beggar. Like that?
Yep. Then the coward cop went and ran before we could turn on him.
I find that difficult to believe. Policeman wouldn't openly shoot a beggar without just cause. Open your eyes, Falcon. This is the regime us Parisians live under. We are ignored by the government, oppressed by the police, and hanged by the courts. Why do you think I'm fighting so hard to make a change? We can't put up with this sort of bullying. No, this can't be right. Something has to be missing from Sotney's story. Do you mind if I ask a couple questions, madam?
Oh, ask away.
Make it quick, Falcon. Who was the rat? Who was this beggar rat?
I didn't really know him well, monsieur. None of us did. He was kind of a loner who hung around, asked for scraps of food and cents. I don't even know his name.
That's so sad. Did he have no family? No means of support? Falcon, do you have any idea how many beggars are on the streets of Paris? How many people go hungry? How many people are forced to turn to crime? Oh my god, I get it! Boumort, I get it! Well aware, madam. I'm just asking these questions to see if there is perhaps some reason why this particular rat was killed. But no, it appears that this was just the loss of one unnamed beggar rat among many. Tragic.
That it is, monsieur. Is there any other way I can help?
What did the policeman look like?
Well, I didn't get a good look, but he was tall and ugly and mean looking, and he had one eye.
One eye?
Yep. And one of them pirate pitches.
There's no way. Ring any bells, Falcon? I know a man who fits the description, but simply couldn't be him. He's a bitter individual, but he's morally righteous. Can't imagine him shooting an innocent person so recklessly. Don't let your bias towards the justice system affect your judgment, Falcon. If you think you know who did this, then please name and shame him. I think I should bite my tongue until I'm a little more certain.
You want anything else, monsieur?
Did anybody investigate? If the police did shoot an innocent person, there would surely be an investigation. Your naivety knows no bounds, Falcon. You think police care if one of their own is out of control?
Actually, there was one bloke asking around, but I didn't think he was a policeman.
Oh? Go on, madam.
Well, it was this charming fox.
Oh no, did they kill Mousy? Did they kill, like, legally distinct Mousy? He could have been dressed up as a beggar rat, though, right? Like, they do the whole costuming thing. Okay. I didn't want to give my work for advertising, but I'm way too warm right now. Friend of yours, Falcon? There we go. Something like that. We should probably pay him a visit to see what he's up to. Pay him a visit? I suppose we could set aside a little time.
Did you want something else? Tip us for breakfast?
That's all, madam. Thanks for your help.
No problem. Anything you can help me, Boumort?
We'll try to get to the bottom of this, Sotney. Make sure you stay safe when the revolution starts. Stay inside and keep Gambade safe. Gambade? Gambade? Whatever.
Of course, ma'am. You stay safe yourself, yeah?
Dun 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 dun. Yeah, we should probably do that. Oh, good. He's alive.
Visitors, Monsieur Volpe, visitors!
Really, Falcon? What do you hope to accomplish in this sleazy back alley establishment? Sleazy? Madam, my back alley office is perhaps a little cluttered and eclectic, but I resent the accusation of sleaze. Maybe I should do some introductions. Monsieur Volpe, this is Madame Boumort, a, friend of mine. Madam, this is Renard Volpe, private investigator at your service. It's a pleasure to meet you, madam. Stoic. I'm sure you have some pressing question to ask, Falcon, but before we get started, there is something I must tell you. Monsieur Sparrowson dropped by earlier. He informed me of your situation. Sparrowson? Is he alright? Oh, yes. He's now working with Inspector Valerity, attempting to unravel the rebel plot. Just as I thought. It appears your lackey has solidified his position as a traitor to the Second Republic, Falcon. Perhaps. Perhaps not. Sparrowson doesn't strike me as a man who sides with any ideology. But you know, he asked me the most peculiar question. Would you like to know what it was? Oh, of course. Such information is quite valuable. I'd say it would cost you 30 francs. Yeah, go for it. Who cares? Money's useless. Yeah, I know how this works. Here's your money, monsieur. Very good. So on to the question. The person asked if you were the Viridian killer. The one responsible for the random bombing string of the July Revolution 18 years ago. Why on earth would he ask that? Perhaps the inspector has been telling him stories. What did you tell him? The truth, of course. That is, that I have no idea who the Viridian killer is. That I knew it couldn't possibly be Falcon. Oh? And how do you know I am not the Viridian killer? Falcon, please. You're a semi-drunk bumbling oaf. Yikes, bud! Not a ruthless killer. Anyway, I've started my own investigation into the Viridian killer. It's fascinating stuff. He's not wrong, fine, but like, there's the truth and the truth. Apparently he was seen in multiple places at once, which leads him to believe that he was actually more than one person. Huh. And do you know why they call him, or should I say them, the Viridian killer? Viridian's a greenish color, isn't it? No, I don't have a clue. Crimson Killer would have been a much cooler name. It appears that no one knows the origins of the name, which leads me to suspect that he, or indeed they, chose their own name. This is all fascinating, truly fascinating, but perhaps we can return to the conversation to why we're here. Of course. Monsieur Volpe, we heard that you were investigating the murder at the hall. It was. The victim of was a friend of Mousie's. Oh, good.
More of an acquaintance, really.
Well, we want to know if you managed to uncover anything. Did you find any leads, any juicy clues? Not as such. What a peculiar case. Did you hear that the murderer wore an eye patch? I did. You know what that implies, don't you, Falcon? You only know one police officer, or indeed, one person, who wears an eye patch. That's right. In Paris, in 1850, only one man wore an eye patch. Just one. And he's the lead detective of the police force. Okay. Pick one of the wolves just to be a jerk. The inspector. That can't be right. You wouldn't describe him as a murderous man, would you, Monsieur Volpe? Murderous? I don't know. He's certainly passionate about finding the Viridian killer. Who's to say he wouldn't kill in the pursuit of his arch enemy? Falcon, I want to solve this mystery as much as you do. The time is pressing, and we have other matters to attend to. We must take our leave. Understood. Until next day, or next time, Monsieur Volpe. Goodbye and good luck, Monsieur Falcon. It was a pleasure meeting you, Madame.
Oh, Monsieur Volpe? That lioness looked pretty angry. Was a revolution gonna end in blood, Monsieur Volpe? Just like in 1830? Oh?
I don't know. The Palais Royal. Just look at the disgusting den of fat cat bourgeois and hypocritical politicians. Seriously, her character is extremely tired right now. Oh, just sitting in his high chair, stuffing his bloated face with cake and wine while he boasts about being the perfect citizen king. Thank you. She's a cat and the king is a penguin. Yeah. Did you come here just to moan about the king? No, I've come to assess the potential battleground. Oh, you're casing the joint. On the day of the rebellion, I might order Pierrot to set up a barricade over there. What do you think? There? Right outside the Palais Royal? Of course. It's the perfect place for a defensive garrison. We can gather furniture from nearby buildings and build a wall and position rifles to fend off the police. When the time is right, it will serve as the ideal location to launch our assault on the palace. So, you weren't just throwing around your words at the tavern. You actually do intend on dragging the king out of the palace through violence. Of course. He'll never abdicate of his own volition. It's not as if I want to see bloodshed, Falcon. It's necessary. It is inevitable. I mean, we have to be realistic. There's no way to bring change to a country without using violence, is there? I think there are ways. People look back on the violent moments in history, the executions, the wars, the bloody revolutions. But who's to say the country couldn't be overturned just through the chance of the people? A pacifist revolution. Interesting. I would love for such a thing to be possible. Not. Maybe it would be better to avoid building the barricades. At least until it's clear that violence is inevitable. Now, I don't want to be a tactician here, but that sounds like a terrible idea. Building a wall after things are turning violent? You will not have time. That's a terrible strategy. If anything, build a wall around the corner where they don't know where it is. That's a much better idea. They don't see that a wall is being erected, but if you need to fall back, you have one. Gah. Amateurs. It's like you've never led a revolt before. That's good. It's good compromise. Let me think. It takes 10 minutes to walk from the Palais de Concorde to this very spot. And the Palais Royal lies 5 minutes north of here. If we both set off at the same time, me going 10 kilometers per hour and them going 7, going opposite directions, where will we meet? But the crowd will be fairly large and slow. Take twice, maybe 3 times as long to make the move. Having a logistics problem, madam? Perhaps. The plan is to walk the crowd from here, through the Tuileries, to the Palais Royal. But if we take too long to pass the Tuileries, the police will trap us in. We could be flanked and slaughtered. Yeah, that's quite an issue. Why not just go around? There's a nice, wide main road that leads straight to the palace in front of the door. You could avoid the gardens entirely. Marching across the gardens makes for a better political statement, but I can't fault your reasoning. Going around would diminish our chances of being stopped and trapped. I'll pass the idea along to Pierre and see what he has to say. He's the one in charge of leading the crowds, after all. Oh, good! That's what you want. The bird brain parrot would probably just shoot the idea down, right? Probably, but I appreciate your input. I don't know if you genuinely want to help or if you're just telling me what I want to hear out of fear, but thank you, Falcon. No problem, madam. For the Second Republic, right? Are we sabotaging? I'm not trying to sabotage them. I don't really know what's happening here. What I am trying to do is stop bloodshed. That's where this iteration of Falcon doesn't want to see any more bloodshed. That's how I'm playing his character. So I'm trying to be helpful to the general populace that are going to be participating, not so much specifically the Second Republic. Right, the Second Republic. You saw enough bloodshed as the reading killer. Indeed. Dun 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 dun. This is it, Falcon. The day we make our stand. Everything is coming together. As we speak, Fontaine is gathering the protesters at Palais de la Concorde. Hero is making preparations to build and arm a barricade near the Palais Royal, just as a precaution, you understand. The only question remains is, are you ready? No. To be perfectly honest, no, I'm not ready at all. You want me to prosecute the king and prime minister if and when you drag them from the palace, right? Well, I've had no time to prepare. I've got no evidence in hand. This whole trial is going to be one big fiasco. You're too fixated on the formalities, Falcon. This revolution will succeed, and those in power will see justice. That's all that matters. But madam... Come on. Let's see how the protest is going. That's people. Falcon and Boumort arrive at the Palais de la Concorde. The air is thick with the chants, shouts, and cheers of hundreds of protesters. A line of mounted soldiers stand shoulder to shoulder outside the entrance of the Tuileries. It's amazing. I had no idea the Second Republic had this many supporters. But of course, you didn't think that we were just a few animals huddling in a cave, did you? The desire for revolution runs deep in this city.
Everything is in place at the Palais Royal, ma'am. Just say the word, and we'll set up the biggest barricade you've ever seen. Then we can all storm the building and drag that cocky king out of his chair.
There's been a change of plan. We're still going to protest, but we're going to do it peacefully. No firing from behind barricades. No violence. No capturing the king or prime minister.
Madam, are you feeling alright?
Quite alright, thank you.
What if you desire for a better France? You can't achieve that without a little bloodshed.
We can certainly try. Falcon, convince me. What up? Huff a butt, you stupid wolf!
Falcon.
Pacifism seems like the Christian approach, wouldn't you say, Friar? I mean, no. Historically, no. Like if you're looking at Christianity throughout time, no. Yeah, I remember those peaceful crusades where they just went into like the Middle East and just talked to everyone peacefully until they gave them all kinds of religious artifacts.
I see. So that's how it is.
Excuse me, madam.
I think the friar disapproves of the new strategy. Peacefully murdering thousands. No, they were so good at convincing everyone that what happened was they just went and threw themselves onto the Christian swords. The Christians are like, what even are you doing? No, you don't have to do this. But I mean, if you want to, we won't stop you, but like, you really shouldn't be just jumping on our swords like this. Like, this is wild, right, guys? He probably thinks I've gone soft, and maybe I have, but I'm not deviating from this path, even if each and every rebel leaves my side.
Don't worry, ma'am. You're not alone.
We're not here for the violence, madam. As long as you strive for a better France, we'll always stand with you.
Ugh. This stupid bullet wound. Damn things open up again. You are in like 1850 with a goddamn musket ball wound. You should be happy you're alive. If the infection doesn't kill you, at least. What's the news, brother? Is everything in place? We have a problem. The mademoiselle refuses to use violence. She's turned timid. Turned timid? How? It appears the lawyer, Falcon, is something of a lion tamer. J.J. Falcon? That bird has proven to be more trouble than the rooster, I swear. Brother, listen. If there's no violence, there will be no power gap. One leader will just peacefully replace another. We need chaos for our plan to work. Guess we'll have to follow through with our contingency strategy. I'll find the victim. You find the suspect.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. Alright. I figured. Okay. I should write down my prediction. Look at these scum. Foul vermin, the lot of them. Mark my words, Sparrowson. Every one of these petulant dissenters will take the first opportunity to turn aggressive. They lust for violence.
They don't look too violent to me.
Trust me, this is just how the crowd looked before the July Revolution. It only takes one crazed individual, and the entire crowd will explode into a frenzy.
Hey, you!
Friar, good to see you again.
No time for pleasantries, Inspector. You will need it urgently in the Palais de Concord.
Hey, why not ask one of the officers on active guard duty?
There's no time to explain. Any minute now. Ah, you hear that gunshot? It's already begun. Come on, Inspector. We must make haste.
I really don't think you'd be trusting this friar. He's a two-faced wolf.
Again, you don't need to be like weirdly racist about him being a wolf. You could just call him two-faced. Friar Remus has provided me with reliable information in the past. I trust his judgment.
Inspector!
This isn't up for discussion, Sparrowson. I have a duty to uphold. I think he literally means he's a wolf. I don't know, there's something about every time they refer to him as a wolf, it always like feels weirdly derogatory. Stay put. I'll be back in no time at all.
But, what should I do now?
And off he goes. Gunshot. It was nearby, too. The friar was right. Violence really is an inevitability. We haven't reached that stage yet, madam. I can't afford to take chances. Not now. Piero, march the crowd to Palais Royal and construct the barricade. Well, wow. One gunshot goes off and you're just like, pacifism. Fuck that. Fontaine, Falcon, we're going to find the source of that disturbance.
It came from over here, Inspector. Hurry, hurry.
I'm moving as fast as these old legs will. Mon Dieu, a body. This woman must have been the target of the gunshot we just heard, but I don't see a shooter. I think the gunshot came from over here.
Inspector?
Falcon. Well. I should have known the Viridian killer would have had a part in this. Inspector, I'm not Okay, here we go. What do we have here? A filthy cop and a dead girl.
Madam, thank goodness you're here. I saw the whole thing. This poor innocent mademoiselle was approaching the police line with her hands in the air, when all of a sudden, this brute of a police officer yelled, "Get back, you filthy rebel!" He drew his gun and shot the bird point blank through her heart.
What is this nonsense? What are you prattling on about, Friar?
Thank you for your input, Remus. It hardly surprised me that a member of the police would be the one to cast the first stone.
I feel like being very obvious is not a good plan, yeah. I think we're all being a little rash. Let's just take a breath and examine the situation and...
Wait a moment. You are an eye patch. You only have one eye, Inspector.
Wow, good deducting. How observant.
Tell me, were you the policeman that killed the rat in the halls, too?
The halls? What are you talking about?
2 instances of a one-eyed policeman gunning down an innocent victim. There's no way that this is a coincidence. What we have here is a filthy, corrupt individual who takes pleasure in oppressing the common citizen.
Oh my god. This is... okay. This is me being an old man now. Boumort is a frustratingly one-dimensional character. She's like when you're 16 and you're like really into that one thing. For me, it was like anime and video games because, well, that's me. Or like goth stuff. And like your whole thing is like wearing black and loving Invader Zim or whatever the fuck. Or like whatever. Right? Just like whatever your thing is. Where it's like that is the thing that defines you because you need to hold on to something. Hers is just hating the establishment. Like, does she talk about anything else? I really shouldn't be surprised that a stupid rebel makes stupid assumptions and comes to stupid conclusions. You're not helping yourself, bud. But open your damned eyes, mademoiselle. I am not the assailant here.
Don't call me mademoiselle, or stupid, for that matter. Your guilt is plain to see. It's not. Given the circumstances, I had to judge and execute you right here and now.
Falcon, don't just stand there gawking. Vouch for me. Yeah, I know him. Madam, I know this man. His name is Inspector Vulture. He's a ruthlessly law-abiding. So much so that I can't envision him shooting a man without just cause.
Oh, shut up, Falcon. I'm done with your idealism. I listened to you. I took your words to heart about avoiding violence, and now a girl is dead.
In a completely different spot. Oh my god.
Well, I'm done taking chances. Remus, help me escort this invalid to Pierre's barricade. I'll decide his fate there. With pleasure, madam. Come along, Inspector.
If only he hadn't accused us of being the Viridian killer. Yeah.
Fontaine, Falcon, deal with the corpse. Meet us at the barricade when you're done.
There's no way that this is the work of the police.
You know what, Falcon? I think you might be right.
Then why the hell didn't you speak up, jerk?
An isolated gunshot? This far away from the police line? It doesn't make any sense at all.
Where were you 30 seconds ago?
But that's rebellions for you. They're messy affairs. Sometimes innocents get caught in the crossfire and there's no reason for it. Well, there's no use dawdling. Help me get this corpse off the streets.
Not yet. I'm going to examine the body first. For the record, it's Aviary Attorney, not Avian. Examine the body. Oops. We agree that this wasn't the work of the Inspector Vulture, right? Then there might be some clues on the corpse that point towards what happened.
An impromptu coroner's examination, huh? Fine. You have 2 minutes. After that,
There you go.
after that, we're heading to the barricade, whether you're done there or not.
Select an area to examine. Okay, handprint? What's this mark? It almost looks like handprint made in blood.
Probably the Mademoiselle's.
How do you figure? How do you figure? I don't think so. It's the handprint of the left hand on the girl's left shoulder. There's no way a person could have comfortably reached that spot on their own back.
I suppose so, but if the handprint doesn't belong to the girl, then who does it belong to?
Yeah, bud. The murderer. It has to be. The question on my mind is, why is the handprint made in blood? Did the murderers sully their hand on the girl's gunshot wound, or were they injured prior to the shooting? There's so much to uncover here, and not enough time for a thorough investigation. Okay, cool. What else we got? Wrist, face. Okay. That's the bullet wound, right? What can you tell me about it, Fontaine?
Well, looks like the bullet took a fairly straight angle of entry through the Mademoiselle's back. The shooter was probably standing right behind the victim.
What's the bullet size? You know, its caliber.
I guess. You're hoping the caliber of the bullet is different than the caliber of the inspector's gun. That would conveniently get the one-eyed police officer off the hook, wouldn't it? I'm afraid I can't help you. I couldn't possibly know a bullet's caliber without having a good look at the bullet itself.
Oh ho! Do I still? No. Man.
As you can plainly see, the bullet is 3 centimeters deep in the flesh.
So you need to see the bullet itself. Gimme. Help me retrieve the bullet.
Retrieve? You mean dig it out?
I assume you have a little more experience in this area than I do.
Well, you're not wrong there. This will only take a moment.
Oof. Oof, that was some Foley work. Woo.
Here you go. One used bullet. Looks like a standard lead rifle or pistol ball, but afraid I can't tell you its caliber.
Why is that?
The bullet fragmented upon impact, monsieur. I gathered all the pieces, but I can't assess the diameter with any accuracy. Still, I guess it would be between 13 to 17 millimeters. Sorry, I can't be more specific.
It's also 1850, and the odds of them having extremely specific caliber sizes for their bullet balls. All right. It's enormous help. Thank you, monsieur. Select an area. Her face. Everyone's been so fixated with who did this, nobody stopped to ask who the girl was.
I don't know, monsieur. Given her clothes, she's probably just another working girl.
Just another?
I didn't mean to sound glib, but it's true. This is one mademoiselle among thousands who live in Paris.
Well, who was she?
Or who was she? Where did she work? Will her family miss her? I don't know. But in the long run, I don't think anybody will care.
I care. Can't afford not to. I don't know who this mademoiselle was, but I'm going to see to it that justice is brought about for her death. Okay. Anything else on her? And? It's a long shot, but this girl might be faking her injury. Well, we did just dig around inside her ribcage, so... Just for the sake of thoroughness, I really ought to check for a pulse.
Right.
Yeah, she dead. Anything else? Seems to be everything. I'm done here.
Very good. Let's move this body off the street. Then, we must hurry to the Palais Royal.
Rest in peace, mademoiselle. I'll see to it that justice is done.
Hey, everything is going just as planned. The madam's probably fuming right now. She'll attack the Palais Royal, the Prime Minister will flee, and then...
Excuse me, monsieur.
Holy crap, what do you want? I'm busy.
Don't recognize me, monsieur? I know that my disguises are a little more complex than yours, but I assumed you would recognize Prince Juan when you saw him.
You're, Prince Juan?
Indeed. You're Judge Romulus, the corrupt wolf. I know what you did.
I know what you did.
You tried to assassinate the king. You shot the croque monsieur. And just moments ago, I saw you murder a maiden at the Palais de Concorde. You are truly a vile individual, aren't you?
Yeah. As if you have any proof of any of that stuff. I'm out of here.
I also know that you're one half of the Viridian killer. Dum dum dum! That was my call, by the way. I didn't make the thing, but yeah.
On any other day, I would get you where you stand, Fox, but as it happens, I'm a little busy today.
Yeah, one half. One of the other brothers is in on it. Oh, the Viridian killer is too busy to kill me? Is that the truth, or that bullet wound of yours is starting to affect your prowess? You must have lost an awful lot of blood. What do I do? What do I do? Oh, hello, Monsieur Boumort. Ah, Monsieur Sparrowson. Perfect timing.
Who now? Oh, you're that fledgling. I guess it's what they call being stuck between a rock and a hot place, huh?
Monsieur Sparrowson, be a dear and help me restrain the Viridian killer. This guy? He's... I don't even know how to do this. His voice right now. This guy? He's the Viridian killer. He looks more like Judge Romulus to me. Well, you'd be right about that too. Wow, so he's two scumbags in one. Alrighty then.
Ow! Mind the wound.
Quit your whining, Your Honor. The Wolves is the July Revolution. I don't think the Wolves... I don't know if the Wolves did the July Revolution, but they definitely instigated it to be as bad as it is. Like, they're the ones amplifying the problem. For sure. You may want to check his pockets for weapons. He is something of a notorious killer, after all. Of course, let's see what we got here. Oh, yes. Here we are. A pistol. Pistol. Probably the one used to kill a maiden, I suspect. What else can you find, Monsieur Sparrowson? This is an eye patch. Weird. What would this wolf need with an eye patch? To do an extremely bad framing job. Oh no. This is bad. Very bad indeed. I don't get it. What's wrong with an eye patch? Very fashionable. There's no time to explain, Explain. Mousy! Who's been here the whole time?
What is it, Monsieur Volpe? What is it?
Take this eye patch to J.J. Falcon. My fears are correct. He'll be somewhere near, somewhere around the Palais Royal right now. Tell him that this belongs to Remus's brother. Hurry now.
Right away, Monsieur Volpe. Right away. Haul.
I must go too. I need to find the other half of the Viridian killer pair before something terrible happens. Wait, Monsieur Volpe, what am I supposed to do with this guy? You have a gun, don't you? March that wolf to the nearest police station, collect your reward for capturing Judge Romulus. Oh yeah, he was on the lam, right? What a strange day. I gotta say, of all the characters, I actually enjoy Sparrowson as a character, like, doing his voice. I find I actually ad-lib his character a little bit. I can feel where he's going with. His medical debt's taken care of. Oh yeah, I guess so. Outside the Palais Royal, the rebels have constructed a makeshift barricade out of furniture, branches, rocks, and anything else they can find. From behind the wall, the rebels taunt the police and royal guards with chants. Wait, that was a comma. Why was there a comma? I was okay. I'm growing impatient, pig. Confess your crimes. He's a rooster. I have nothing to confess, you filthy rebel. You know, you're really not doing yourself any favors right now, my man. You and all your rebel friends, however, should confess to 1,000 counts of treason and public disorder. He's not making it worse. I don't know. He's not trying to, like, appeal to them in any way. I will see each and every one of you hanged for your flagrant disregard for the law. Okay, now he's making it worse. Your stubborn attitude is disgusting. A few days ago, you were seen at the hall. Witnesses saw you murder a beggar in cold blood. Absolutely not. They saw a dude with an eye patch. Like, oh man, eye patches were probably way more popular back then than they are now.
Today, a friar has testified to seeing you murder a girl. Again, completely unprovoked. I don't know why you continue to plead your innocence.
Is that how you spell innocence? Is this me just like suddenly not being able to read the word? Huh.
But it doesn't matter. I don't need a confession to know that you're a killer.
Madame Boumort, stop. The inspector did not shoot that mademoiselle. Oh, hold on. He doesn't have a left hand. Aha! I forgot he was limbless.
Keep your beak closed, Falcon. I'm done listening to your suggestions. This policeman is as guilty as every other monster in our decrepit justice system. It is my duty to execute him.
Seriously, lady.
Just, like, dial it back. Madam Falcon. Oh, Madam. Falcon has uncovered some pretty convincing evidence. I would recommend that you hear him out.
Now he's speaking up. Please, just give me 5 minutes, and I can convince you of this inspector's innocence.
5 minutes is precious time. 5 minutes is precious in a time like this. I can't afford it.
What if you're wrong? Are you willing to see another dead innocent? Thank you, madam. Having my life saved by the Viridian killer. How humiliating.
Quiet, pig. Your life is mine until I say otherwise.
Okay, so, first of all, let's recap what Friar Remus had to say. Wait, where is the friar? He's the key witness to this crime.
He's got as soon as he dropped the inspector off. Said he had some business to attend to.
Business? Meanwhile? Man, oh man, those barricades are looking pretty scary. But I mustn't fear, for fear is the mind killer. I am the great officer Beck, handsome, intelligent, strong, truly a fearless hero who will be remembered for... Hello, officer. Ah, you scared me, Monsieur Monk? Friar, actually. Friar Remus. Listen, officer, I have something of great importance to tell you. I was just passing by the rebel camp and I overheard a conversation. Oh, this sounds good. Do go on. They said they were going to launch an assault very soon. When they do, they're going to rain hellfire on the palace. Oh, no! It's just as I feared. What'll we do? Simple, officer. As soon as you hear the first gunshot, you need to retaliate. And with everything you got, every cannon, every rifle, every piece of artillery. Don't leave a single piece of the barricade remaining. That's the only way you can be sure to survive. This is like absolutely buck wild advice for a friar, like for anyone to get from a religious person. Just buck wild. Ah, total annihilation. I like it. But friar, I'm confused. Aren't you a Christian? Yeah. So what? I don't know. It just seems like your idea doesn't seem very Christian-y. Ah, I see. You think this is a moral issue. Let me tell you a secret, my dearest duck friend. There is no God, no overarching morality or high plan, no heaven to save the righteous or hell to punish the sinners. Oof, this is going somewhere. There's only you, your artillery, and 10,000 rebels who want to dine on Peking duck tonight. Do you understand? Is that cannibalism? At this point? In this world? That's an awful lot to take in. And then let me simplify. It's you or them. It's me or them.
Forget about the friar, Falcon. We all remember what he had to say. Present your case based on what you can recall.
Oh good, a memory game.
But you may want to wipe that mouse off your shoulder first.
Sorry, wait, what? Ah! Oh, it's you, Mousy.
Yeah, the cats were eating steak.
Yeah, I don't really understand this world. They're riding horses. So... And they're people. Those are people-ass people. So, I don't get it.
Monsieur Falcon! Monsieur Falcon! Special delivery from Renee Volpe!
Thank you, Mousy. What is this?
It's an eye patch. It was found on Remus's brother's clothing.
Remus's brothers? Does an eye patch belong to Judge Romulus? That's interesting. Where is Romulus?
There's no time, monsieur. Just take it. Take it. Oh.
Oh, even my mousey is getting shot.
Oh. Just take it.
Eye patch has been added. Cool.
I have tried, monsieur. But you have to do your best. Monsieur Pope and Sparrowson believe in you, huh?
Oh my god, this voice. This game. Too many characters. I'm not doing voices for the next little while. Sparrowson? You've seen Sparrowson. How is he?
There's no time, monsieur. Good luck. Oh.
Are you quite done, Falcon? Very much so. Let's begin this trial. Okay. So let's remember what the friar said. Okay. The mademoiselle was approaching the police line with her hands in the air, when all of a sudden, the brute of a police officer inspector yelled, "Get back, you filthy rebel," when he drew his gun and shot the bird point blank through the chest. Well, that part's all wrong. Friar Remus claimed that the girl was shot point blank in the chest. She was shot in the back. The girl was clearly shot in the back. I know. I remember seeing the bullet wound myself. Her back chest. It's quite glaring inaccuracy in the wolf's testimony. It isn't an accuracy, but it's irrelevant in accuracy. It's not! It's not at all! Does it really matter if a girl was shot in the front or the back? Either way, a girl died at this pig's hands. I mean, it really, really does. It super does. The girl was shot from the front, and this might indicate the police confrontation turned ugly. But if she was shot in the back, then what? This can indicate that someone targeted and assassinated her before she can even react. That doesn't paint the inspector in a particularly flattering light, Falcon. Madam, you're missing the point. We're in prosecutor villain mode, yeah. A shot to the back breaks the currently established narrative. The girl was targeted and murdered in a stealthy professional attack. Therefore, this was not an ordinary police confrontation. You've made an assumption, Falcon. You've assumed that just because the girl was shot in the back, she must have been stealthily killed. There are other possibilities. Perhaps the girl was scared by the police, started to run away, and was shot in the back as she fled. That scenario isn't possible. With the girl running away, she would have at least been a couple steps away from the killer at the time of the shooting, right? Right. But I know that the killer was standing right behind the victim. They were less than 1 meter apart when the gun was fired. They were standing that close. How could you possibly know that? What? Oh, no. Hands. Whoops. No, okay. Whoops. My bad. We saw a bloodied handprint on the girl's shoulder. What do you make of that, madam? Well, I assume it's the bloody stain would belong to the victim. A mark made with the girl's dying breath, perhaps. Jesus, that's romantic. No, a print on the left hand on the girl's left shoulder, near her upper back. The angle and positioning of the print indicate that it only could have been caused by another person. That's why I'm so certain that the killer was right behind the girl at the time of the attack. I see. That's quite a theory. But Falcon, you've left an important question unanswered. Why was the handprint bloody? The print was made with the victim's blood, yes. So it can't possibly have been made prior to the shooting. The killer must have wiped his hand on the girl's clothing after she had already died. If that's the case, my suggested scenario is still possible. I'm really waiting for the reveal here. The girl may have been running from the police when she was shot. Nope. That's, I'm still trying to work out the details. We know how the print was made prior to the shooting. Maybe the shooter was injured and his hand was already covered in blood. You talked big about breaking the established narrative, and now you present me with this baseless drivel. Well, where do we go from here? How does this handprint nonsense really affect the situation? Motherfucker doesn't have a left arm. Can we just get to it? There we go.
You find something funny about this situation, Inspector?
I do. The whole trial is patently absurd. It's an animal court through and through. Ah! Kangaroo court, yeah. There's something particularly funny about that last exchange. You were both so focused on when and how the handprint was made, you missed the larger issue. I don't have a left hand, you idiots. I couldn't have possibly left that mark. Huh, right. Of course. Well, madam, what do you say to that?
Shit. Maybe the handprint came from an accomplice, or maybe it had nothing to do with the incident, or...
Feels good to see someone else speculating wildly for a change.
Okay, fine. I don't have a solid explanation. I must concede that it's possible, maybe even likely, that the person who left that mark was the murderer. Therefore, as much as it pains me to say it, I must concede that the inspector probably did not shoot that girl.
So that's it. The inspector's off the hook. No.
There's still the matter of the incident at Le Hall.
What incident is this? I know nothing about it.
Ha! As if you don't know. A beggar rat was shot and killed in Le Hall a few days ago. The attacker was described as a scowling police officer who wore an eye patch. Sound familiar to you?
Okay. I don't know what's happening with her voice and my character playing her, but we're getting somewhere with her.
Go on, Falcon. Explain the pig out of this one.
Until 5 minutes ago, I was at a loss, but I was recently presented with a piece of evidence that makes the answer all too clear. This was a false flag operation. It's fake news!
The media's playing you. False flag. Explain yourself, Falcon.
Madam, what do you know about Remus's twin brother, the man known as Romulus?
Not much. Only that he was forced to flee the country by our oppressive government around a month ago.
You know, they forced him to flee for murder. Right? Because he murdered and then had escaped death for murder. That's a half-truth, madam. You see, it is correct that Romulus is being hunted by police. But I've had the suspicion that the wolf was lurking in Paris itself, although I never managed to find definitive proof of this. Anyway, turns out that my suspicion was well-founded. He was recently apprehended, I think.
You think?
I don't know the details, but it doesn't matter. What's important is that a reliable friend found this on Romulus's person just moments ago.
An eye patch.
Romulus has perfect vision. Why would he need something like this? For, like, an extremely shitty Scooby-Doo costume, apparently. There's only one plausible explanation. It's part of a disguise. Fair. Something to conceal his identity and make him appear as someone else. Okay, that's a stretch. Concealing your identity with an eye patch is... Like, hold on. Like, if I, Corey, were to suddenly be like this.
Ha ha! Now I am a completely different man. You have no idea what happened to this person, this Corey you're talking about. I don't know who that is.
Excuse me.
A disguise? You're saying that Romulus shot the bigger rat just to frame the police inspector?
Thank you for playing along, Pokemon Freak. Exactly, madam. It's no coincidence that Friar Remus happened to find the very same inspector, just another murder occurred today. So,
Remus was in on it too. Two wolves. Working together. Oil.
That's a reference to a different video that you will have to find on the internet. It is inappropriate for work, but not in a Pornhubby way. Not in that kind of way. Oh, that's Friar, not Friar. Friar brother. Yeah. Well, I think monks were called brothers, though. I think that still kind of tracks. Anyways.
Two wolves working together to make the policeman look like a murderer. But why? Why would they do that?
to rile you up, madam, to make you lust for violence. And if your actions today are anything to go by, I would say that they succeeded. You done got played by like a fiddle. Damn. I've been so stupid. How did I let myself get so misled by a couple wolves? This trial is over. Go, Inspector. You're free. It's about time.
You're letting him walk, madam?
Of course. It would be criminal to confine an innocent man any longer than necessary, even if the man is a bitter, stubborn pig. Rooster, do pigs not exist? Are there no pig people? Are pigs still just the lower class in the animal farm here, in this world? Falcon. Yes? I don't understand you. You're stupid. You're reckless. But you fought beak and talon for my freedom. I'm starting to suspect that you aren't really the Viridian killer at all. Uh-huh. Certainly took a long time to pass that fact through your thick skull. Inspector, if you're still hunting the villain, maybe you should speak to Renar Volpe when this is all over, I mean. I hear he's been doing some research into the Viridian killer. Maybe he knows something. Maybe I will. Madam, it appears that your gang of rebel filth don't intend on assaulting the palace anytime soon. I'll relay that information to the artillerymen. Maybe we can keep a peaceful standoff from going until this all blows over. Except someone's gonna fire a gun. Thank you. I appreciate that. All of you, stay out of trouble.
So, what happens now, ma'am?
We're going to continue our protest. Peacefully. We're going to stand here, chanting and shouting until the Prime Minister and the King both step down out of sheer humiliation. A bold move. It might take days, weeks, but if we manage to change this country without one person being harmed, then... Well, look who returned.
Madam, I just saw the police inspector strolling out of here unharmed. Why'd you let him go?
That's civil, Remus. We all had a discussion, and we came to the conclusion that I have been misled by a couple wolves.
Oh!
How many lies have you fed me, Friar? Just how much damage have you done to further your own goals? Did you help your brother kill the beggar in the hall? Did you watch the girl die at the Palais de Concord? Now that I think about it, even the Croque Monsieur's death was surrounded by details that made little sense. I don't know what to think anymore.
You know this guy's a scumbag. At least, ma'am. I say shoot him.
Hero's right. We won't judge you for killing this man, madam.
It's the least I deserve for my sins. Go ahead.
Playing you.
What are you waiting for? Pull the trigger. Do it, you coward.
Oh no! Oh no! Falcon, you've proven yourself to have a clear judgment. What do you say? This feels gross. Clicking. Madam, you know what the right thing to do is. Show us what kind of leader you wish to be. You're right. I said this will be a bloodless revolution, and I can't make any exceptions, not even for a monster like this wolf.
Wow. This is amazing. Completely unprecedented. You've buckled all my expectations, avoided every temptation, and opted for an option that shouldn't even exist. Well done, madam, well done. You've demonstrated your power of pacifism in its purest form.
He's gonna shoot her dead, like, right now. Yeah.
But unfortunately for both of you, I'm no pacifist.
Get down! Yeah. Oh. Oh. Huh. Huh.
Shooting himself in the head. What a loony.
That's commitment to a cause. I will give him that.
Hardly surprised that the wolf would be too cowardly to face a real punishment.
Again.
This isn't right.
Not the solution I wanted either, Falcon, but I can't say I'll mourn the Friar's death.
No. That's not what I meant. I meant this doesn't make any sense for him to kill himself so abruptly. Yeah, martyrdom is a real Christian thing. Yeah, but he's not Christian, right? He's the reason thing. And that comment of his, it's almost like, I think we need to get out of here right now. All of us. I reverse those lines. Doesn't matter.
Falcon, what are you talking about?
Oh, that was a gunshot. Really close, too. I can't afford to hesitate. It's me or them.
Officer, hold your fire.
No way, I can't afford to take chances. It's me or them.
Hey, I need a screenshot for this, don't I? Oh yeah, some good stuff right here.
Can anyone hear me? Hero? Fontaine? Hello? Anyone?
I'm here, madam.
Falcon? Of all the people in all the gin joints, I think I made a mistake, Falcon.
Uh-huh.
Where did I go wrong? Was it when I lost my temper over seeing that dead girl? Or was it earlier when I shot the prosecutor?
I mean, probably there.
Or was it earlier still when I first listened to that monstrous friar in the first...
I mean, sure, yeah, if that was a thing too, yeah, that.
I made a lot of mistakes.
Well, we've all made mistakes, madam.
Most people's mistakes don't spark bloody revolutions.
Can you move, madam?
I don't think so.
Give me a minute. I think I can clear some of this rubble. Dear Mr. Volpe, writing you to inform that from the Demiel Railway Express, modern technology truly is amazing. I've decided to take your advice and have gone on vacation until things settle down. The king fleeing to Britain? The Second Republic taking over? It's all crazy stuff. Oh, cool, the Second Republic actually got there, huh? Anyway, before I left, you asked if I knew what happened to the Falcon. Well, I got my hands on a copy of the official police report, and it says that Falcon died during the attack on the barricade. But it also says the police didn't find a body, so same as Seriously Boumort. Weird, huh? Is that a kid, or was that something from the game? Rumor is that he was probably blown away by cannon fire. But that doesn't sound right to me. The Falcon I knew was tough and intuitive. I think he would have found a way to escape and survive. So in my opinion, he's still out there. Possible, isn't it? Anyway, I should wrap up the letter because I'm about to reach my stop. Vienna. I'll let you know how Mademoiselle Signe and her parents are doing. Maybe you should come pay a visit sometime. Send my regards to Mousy. Yours sincerely, Sparrowson. P.S. I see a person selling Milla strudel. What is it? Delicious. That's what. Okay, so that's game. Okay, so yeah, we got the not great ending. You've reached the end of Route C, Fraternity. The ending you received was determined by the decisions you made in Chapter 3. Try tackling the trial in the catacombs differently in order to see a different ending. Thank you for playing. Cool. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do a thing real quick, so I don't lose this screenshot, because for some reason this game doesn't, I can't do the overlay for some reason, like the F12 overlay doesn't work. So I just gotta do this the hard way. Which is, there we go. Then we go like this, like this. As web. What is this anime as program? This is this is a Photoshop that doesn't suck, or a Photoshop alternative that doesn't suck. Yeah, let's go with that. Bam. Because just a lot of the options really do honk. Like, they're not good. So yeah, this is what a lot of people that do make like anime and stuff use. And it works. There we go. It does the job. Photoshop alternative that doesn't suck. Limit out the contradictions. Is it a contradiction because Photoshop itself sucks? Because, like, the biggest alternative to Photoshop is like GIMP. And I don't know if you've used GIMP, but it sucks. Oh my god, it's so bad. Or even like CorelDRAW, if that's even around. I've actually been taught that it also sucks. So I basically just went on the internet and I did a real good search on like alternatives to Photoshop. I'm even willing to pay, for the record. And I came across I think it's Kiva, can't remember. Came across that, tried it out, and it's a little awkward, but it's far and away the best option that I can find. GIMP frustrates me because it's like Photoshop is kind of the de facto standard for good or ill, and GIMP is like, what if we did Photoshop, but literally every key combination was different because to hell with you. And we made everything just a little obtuse. That's GIMP, and I don't get it. I don't know why. It's like, you could just, if you want, like, lower your barrier to entry for people to switch over to you. They can't, like, Photoshop hasn't, like, copywritten key combos. Anyways. Okay. So there's case 4C down. Oh, I did another frame drop. Something's happening every night for some reason. I just dropped a couple thousand frames. Which isn't much, it's like 1% of the whole stream, but still. So, should we start case 4? Or should I just call it early for now? Yeah, you know, let's try and power through case 4. There's a tiny blip. Yeah, it said it dropped like 3,000 frames, which is not much, but... let's see. Is it this one? Yeah, okay. Which is Route 4A. Route 4A is very different. Yeah, let's do Route 4A. But Route 4A is the one I don't have to do much for here. There we go. So, we remember this. This is just prior to the trial. Right? So I'm just going to cut through this for a bit. Okay, just clickety-clack. Going through all this. It is the silent option. Yes, that is the deviation. But like, boy howdy, does it deviate. It deviated in a way I was not expecting. Okay. Say something. No. Gregor's gonna die if you don't say something. Nah. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. What? You have any last words? Just pull the trigger and be done with it. There's nothing more to see here. Let's go. Falcon? Falcon, stop! What the hell are you doing? Where are you going? Look around you. Look around you, Sparrowson. Fat cat bourgeois are getting away with murder. Wolves have infested the courts and churches. Severin Cocorico, probably, or perhaps the most righteous person in all of France, is lying dead at the hands of an unruly mob. Justice is dead, Sparrowson.
Doesn't have to be like that. You could have done something to save Servant.
Actually, no, we couldn't, but... You want to be a heroic lawyer so badly? Fine. Go be a hero. You don't need my help. Take this key to the Aviary Attorney office. Go on, take it.
What do you? No, stop with the melodrama, Falcon. Can we hurry? Might be able to tell Inspector Baldry what we saw, and he'll be able to arrest the rebels before they escape.
God, this voice is not doing it for me tonight. So do it. You don't need me to hold your hand. I don't know what that video is. What is this? For some reason the overlay is not overlaying. That's so weird. It's not doing the preview thingy. And when you see the inspector, make sure to tell him this. The Viridian Killer has returned.
Viridian Killer? I don't understand.
Oh, appropriate music? Alright, we can fire it up. Let's see if it's gonna work. Oh, here we go.
Falcon, where are you going? Falcon!
That timed really well. That timed shockingly well. Okay, now I have to turn that off before I get dinged with copyright usage. Alright.
My! To think Papa would buy this place just for little old me. I must throw a party to celebrate. Let's see. I need some lights, some decorations, some world-class cuisine, a bloody rare steak perhaps. What to do about music? Oh, I should ask my Papa if he knows any pop stars. Some girl like Monsieur Litz.
I don't know who she... That was probably a joke, but I don't know who she was referring to there. You disgust me.
Who said that?
It was you, Dame Cataline. It was you who showed me the ugly face of injustice. It was you who taught me that our court system is corrupt to the core. Yeah, what's Litz? What is that? Mr. Litz. I don't know. It was you who made me realize that if a man desires justice, he must bring it about with his own two hands. I like how he's gone like evil Batman. Or I guess Punisher? Punisher's just evil Batman, right? Or morally ambiguous Batman.
What's with that mask? Monsieur Falcon, is that you?
Ah, Hungarian composer. Franz Liszt. Huh, okay. Fair enough. Falcon is dead. Should I be doing a Batman voice for this or something?
Falcon is dead. He bears in the graves that lie under your feet.
Absolutely not. No, there's no way. You can call me the Viridian Killer.
Viridian.
Oh, dang. Oh, okay. Did you just blow up their house? That's badass.
What am I supposed to do now? Falcon?
Whoa, you're like super tall all of a sudden. Like, what is this?
No, it's you, Inspector.
Monsieur Sparrowson, I must congratulate you. Thanks to your quick actions on Wednesday, we were able to find and apprehend the rebel leader while she still lurked in her den. Oh, wow.
I was just doing my duty, Inspector.
Don't be so modest. Lesser men wouldn't have delved into the catacombs so brazenly. You're a hero.
But, Cocorico died. I can't help but feel I could have done something to save him.
Cocorico died an honorable and righteous man. His sacrifice wasn't for nothing. Still, Sparrowson, if you're looking to redeem Cocorico's death in a fitting manner, then I have the perfect gift for you. Here, take it.
What's this? Looks like a license to practice law. Does this mean
Correct. In light of the extreme circumstances, the king has granted you the power of an interim prosecutor. 1 second. Legal license. Hooray! I'm a real boy now.
Wow, I'm an officially qualified lawyer, and a prosecutor no less.
This is just temporary, you understand. But if you prove yourself, who knows? Maybe I could pull a few strings to make it permanent.
It was amazing, but wait, why have you given me this?
I'm glad you ask. We need a prosecutor to lead the case against Leon Boumort, the ringleader of the rebel group.
Boumort? The scary-looking lioness?
Correct.
I'd be honored to take the job. But, why don't you ask one of the other prosecutors, like, I don't know, Rupert Rabington?
Rabington? I wouldn't trust that klutz to make my tea, let alone handle a case as important as this. Barrison, you clearly have nerves and brains. I'm confident that you are ready to take this on.
Okay, I'll do it. So, what do I do?
Your job as prosecutor is to interview Boumort. We've already beat all the information we can out of her, but you must read Boumort's charges and see if you can uncover any new facts. Hey, beating information out of someone doesn't... You know, she had some commentary about you, the police force. You're not helping.
Alright, got it, and, what are the charges be?
There are 3. First, the murder of Severin Cocorico.
Of course.
Second, conspiring to incite a rebellion.
Makes sense.
And third, the murder of Dame Cataline de Miao.
Right, wait, what?
Oh, you didn't hear the news. On Friday evening, there was an enormous explosion at Chateau Crenier. Only one person was inside at the time, Dame Cataline de Miao, and she was killed instantly.
Well, what was she doing there? I thought Baron Rogel owned the household.
In light of the Baron's death, his properties were auctioned off. The de Miaos were the ones to purchase the chateau. We suspect that Dame Cataline was touring the hall for the first time when she met her fate.
This is real. Wait, you arrested Boumort straight after I met you, right? And that was on Wednesday afternoon. How could she possibly be guilty of committing a crime on Friday if she was in custody at the time?
Simple. She has a large gang. Didn't plant the explosive herself. You can be sure that she gave the order.
I don't understand motive. Did Leon Boumort hate Dame Cataline?
Come on, Sparrowson. You've been granted prosecutor powers. You must start thinking like a prosecutor.
Right, okay. Boumort ordered to have Dame Cataline killed because...
Probably the bourgeois one makes the most sense.
It's an attack on the bourgeois. Rebel like Boumort would no doubt have a deep hatred of the higher classes of society, even in jail. She wants him dead.
That's a good theory. You seem to have a solid grasp of the rebel mindset, at least. Anyway, you may also want to see the crime scene for yourself.
Chateau Crenier?
Yes, it's just a giant mound of rubble now. As a prosecutor, you have to see it with your own eyes.
Right, got it.
The trial is in 3 days' time. Beaumont's fate is all but guaranteed. Just turn up to the court, and you'll be fine. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait a minute, Inspector. About Falcon.
They told me you turned cowardly and fled. What of it?
Never mind.
I'm sorry that your friend ran away, Spearson, but try to focus on the case. That's what matters.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to be the best prosecutor Paris has ever seen.
Let's look at the smoldering remains of the house.
This is Chateau Grenier. Wow, it's completely destroyed. I think this is where the foyer was. The main hall must be that big pile of charred rubble over there. Must have been one heck of an explosion. How many gunpowder kegs were used?
Oh, Jesus, please us. Alright, I made the last of my trail mix to help my throat. Yeah, every character gets to show up in the final act.
Aha, a lawyer.
Huh? Robinho? Don't sneak up on me like that. Wait, are you doing community service at the Louvre?
Nope. I've done my time, and now I'm free to follow my passion.
Your passion is scaring people?
No, but Bren, my passion of wartime photography. See, when I heard the massive explosion last week, I knew that I could get some juicy action shots. I was one of the first on the scene.
Juicy action shots.
There, haven't you heard? Photographs of violence, death, and mayhem all make for great photograph opportunities.
Classy.
Don't judge me. People pay big money for this stuff. Art galleries, newspapers, lawyers. Speaking of which, where's that partner of yours, the big guy?
We, don't work together anymore.
Really? That's unfortunate. I managed to get this great photograph of the event. I figured if he was attached to the case, he might be interested in it.
Hey, I'm working on the case. Show me.
You are? Really? Alright then.
How much is the picture going to cost me?
This is your great photograph? It's blurry. Can't make anything out.
Well, yeah. I need to at least a 30-second exposure for good picture, but it's not my fault the stupid people move around and ruin it.
What good is a blurry photo for me?
I can touch it up if you want. Draw the blur, add some details.
No. No doctoring. Bad Robinho.
Geez, you lawyers are a confusing bunch. Look, it's the only photograph of the event. Do you want it or not?
Yes. Fine, I'll take it off your hands.
Well, I didn't say if you could have it for free. 20 francs.
20 francs for that garbage?
20 francs for this work of art that I could sell to a collector for 10,000 francs. You're robbing me blind at 20.
10.
Nah. No bartering, 20 or no photograph for you.
Fine, whatever.
This game. Alright. Here's your money, you thief.
And here's your photograph. It's a pleasure doing business with you, buddy.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a crime scene to investigate, to examine. Yes, there's indeed a big pile of rubble. Does Inspector Bullshit really expect me to troll through this wreckage for clues? I'll be here all day and night.
If you're looking for golden valuables, forget it. Losers picked this place clean within hours of the explosion.
I'm not here for gold, I'm here for clues.
Sure you are. Well, either way, there's nothing left of value here. Gonna make a suggestion? From one buddy to another? Try the garden.
Garden?
The explosion disintegrated the whole front of the house, but the back was pretty much untouched. So if there are any clues left, I'd wager that would be the place to look.
Ah, thanks, Robinho. That's a big help.
Oh, I was hoping for a tip or something.
Robinho's right. This place is practically untouched. It's almost identical to the one I was last year. Well, guess it's time to go clue hunting.
Now let's look at all the horses again.
The statue's a little quiet. Maybe he's just a little horse.
God damn it, I walked right into that.
Get him out of the way.
Hey, Falcon, I have a joke. A horse walks into a bar and... Oh, right. Never mind. Still don't like these little cherry people. Can't be trusted. This statue is innately? Okay. Innately beautiful. What'd you say, Falcon? I'm still running? I wonder who pays for the maintenance costs. I can't quite see inside the top basement from here, but I can't imagine there would be another mystery to go on. Take a look anyways. Good enough to look, I suppose, but I refuse to get my feet wet. There is something dangling out at the top. If I stand on my tiptoes, I can just about reach it without falling in. I did it!
Harrison, crayon blue. Blue for you?
Grab a paper. Look like it's been torn off something. I see some writing. A little smudge. From the water, I can still read. Let's see. Harrison, believe in yourself. No way! This message is for me! Did Falcon write this? Did he leave this message here because he knew I would check the fountain? That means, did Falcon play a part in the explosion at Chateau Cremier? Oh man, so many questions. I should definitely stash this away. Maybe give you some evidence at the trial. Nope, done. I'm done here. Bye, garden. Bye, fun. Bye, horse and creepy cherubs.
You're back. Find anything interesting? None of your business.
That's none of your business, buddy.
No need to get snappy, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks for getting in my way. Good day.
Ahem.
Yeah?
Do I receive a tip for generously letting you in on such a valuable lead?
Sure, here's a tip. You can quickly remove the skin from potatoes by boiling them for a few minutes and then dunking them in cold water.
It's actually a great tip. It is. That is a useful tip. Okay. Go to the prison.
Hello there.
Another police officer. You look a little short for an interrogation specialist.
No, I'm not an officer. My name is Harrison. I'm a prosecutor, see? Totally different.
What does that slip say? Interim prosecutor? I knew I wouldn't be getting out of here alive, but they didn't even have to insult me by putting some junior lawyer on my case.
Hey, I'm not junior. I'm the real deal.
Nice try. I saw the issue date on that slip. You're as fresh-faced as they come.
Yes, well, fresh face or not, I'm the one that's in charge of prosecuting you. So, first things first. You are Leone Beaumont, are you not?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, great. I'm there to yourself. Good start. Now, mademoiselle, I've read your...
Don't call me mademoiselle. Do I look like a child to you?
To be honest, I have no idea how to gauge the age of a lion. Well, children don't normally lead rebellions, I guess. Anyway, madam, I've read your charges. Let's see where to start.
Yeah, it's just top down.
You're being charged with the murder of Sergeant Kirkrigo. I know you're guilty of that because I saw it with my own eyes.
Really? You saw that bird's death?
Yep. I was lingering in the shadows. Heard your speech. They put the pistol to his head and pulled the trigger. I watched your expression. You didn't show a hint of remorse.
You really were there. I had no idea we were being watched. I gave you too little credit. I thought you were a law school dork, and now I find out you're some sort of spy.
I am like a spy, aren't I? James Sparrison. Sparrison. Licensed to practice law for the immediate future.
My mistake, you're still a dork.
Well, at least I'm not a murderer.
The schoolyard banter's idiotic. Read my next charge.
Alright, incite that rebellion.
You're being charged with conspiring to incite a rebellion.
I suppose I would be a fool to deny that. But you know, I never wanted violence. I thought maybe if I could do things right, there could be a peaceful revolution.
Yeah, about that.
I find that easier to believe about if hundreds of weapons were found in the catacombs hideout.
Blame the wolf and the crocodile who pushed me into buying them.
Yeah, this game's really like layering it on that I obviously didn't do things right, huh?
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Not really. I take full responsibility for my own actions. Read the next charge.
Alright.
You're being charged with the murder of Dame Caroline de Biao.
Who?
She's a bourgeois kitten. Small, sickly feet, bloodshot eyelashes, a pulse on your heart when you least expect it.
I have no idea who this person is.
Well, there's an explosion at Chateau Crenier on Friday evening, and Inspector Volletier is confident that you were behind it.
Last Friday? When I was sitting in this jail cell?
Yep, that Friday.
I have no idea why the police feel like tacking some random unrelated charge onto my list of crimes. But it makes no difference. Even without the charge, I'm guaranteed to face the guillotine blade, right?
Right. Bar the noose. Just as sick of guillotines that day. Madam, I want to do my job right, and part of that involves not prosecuting you for crimes you didn't commit. If there's any way you can prove you weren't involved in the explosion at Chateau Crenier, please tell me now.
No. Let them charge me. Maybe I'll be taking the fall for some poor sod who doesn't deserve to be punished. They blew up a house. They deserve it. They blew up a fucking house. Yo.
That's not how justice works, madam.
You know nothing of justice. Go on. What's my next charge?
Actually, that's everything.
It was not. It was a house of accused murder.
No, madam. I shall see you in court shortly. I'll try to get to the bottom of this Chateau Crenier business, but in any case, I advise you to make peace with this world.
Wait, it was Sparrowson, wasn't it? Let me ask you something before you go.
An admitted murder. Yeah, but like not in the court of law. So, an acquitted murder.
Do you resent me for killing your friend?
Never any news, Reverend Crocorigo, but on our brief encounters, you always struck me as a little too self-righteous. They didn't wish death upon him, but maybe a man with such an unwavering sense of virtue was doomed to die. Do I resent you? I don't know. I have no idea what to think. But it all seems a bad joke with no punchline.
Alright, before I do this, I gotta go pee and get some more water. were top left, right? There we go. Okay. Miss Harrison, how confident do you feel about this trial? Super confident. Super confident. Gonna get a guilty verdict from the lineup for sure. That's the spirit. Let's kick some derriere. Yeah, let's do this. I should get an assistant. Yeah, the doors are opening. Now he's back.
Alright, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Is the prosecution here?
Medicine present? Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Excellent. Are all the jury present?
All present and accounted for.
And it's to my understanding that the defense is representing themselves today. Is that correct?
That's your cue, madam.
You can see I'm here. Just skip this pantomime nonsense and convict me already.
No. We have a procedure to follow, madam. Let's do this right.
Fine. Yes, I, Leonie Boumort, am here. Boumort, sir.
Very good. The defense, you're being accused of 3 crimes. First, you are charged with the murder of Severin Cocorico, the well-respected and benevolent prosecutor who worked this very court.
A benevolent prosecutor? What a joke of a phrase.
Silence, if you please.
Drink too much water all at once. Oh.
Second, you are charged with conspiring to incite a rebellion.
We shall have a rebellion.
I said silence. Order. Order. Your third charge is for the murder of Dame Cataline de Meow.
Sure, why not?
Your Honor, I have no doubt that the defendant is guilty of her first and second charges. In fact, I myself a witness to the murder of Sergeant Cocorico. I can deliver that testimony to the events.
That won't be necessary. I confess.
Silence from the defense.
Silence from the defense, please. Continue, prosecutor.
As I was saying, those 2 charges aren't to be contended. In my mind, they're as clear as day. But I would like to address the third charge in this trial session. The bombing of Chateau Cornier. The murder of Dame Cataline.
I plead guilty. Not just about the murder of Dame whoever, but all 3 charges.
Plead whatever you like, madam. I don't believe... See, again, I just dropped some more frames. Weird. I don't believe that you played any part in this attack. What are you doing up Spotify? Are you doing something? You were in jail at the time of the incident. You couldn't have possibly have means to even issue an order to the lackey. Tell me to come to the truth. I call the investigative officer, Inspector Valerty, to the witness stand. You'll learn to stop worrying about it. Yeah, no, it's just curious. Because, like, it didn't used to happen, and it's just suddenly started happening, and there's no rhyme or reason to it yet. That's all. Like, it is curious. And so, it's more the mystery of it. I know I'm not dropping, like, a disgusting amount of frames, and, like, it's not, like, the stream's unwatchable, I get that. But, like, something's just happening. I don't know what. The internet doubled its usage. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Inspector Valerty, please approach the stand and recite the oath.
Just what are you playing at, Monsieur Sparrowson? What am I playing at? This was intended to be a straightforward trial. Why are you dragging this out with needless pedantry? I'm securing justice. I'm securing justice. Is this what you call this nonsense? Justice? Fine, but you're wasting everyone's time if you ask me. Whatever, let's get this over with. I, Inspector Justice Valerty, swear to speak without hatred and without fear, and to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Excellent. On to the questioning. What do we actually have in our inventory? A blurry photo, provisional, and a believe in yourself note. Okay. Now, Inspector, why do you believe that Madame Beaumont is behind the bombing of Chateau Cremier? Isn't it obvious? Because she has a crystal clear motive. The Madame wants a rebellion, by killing a prominent bourgeois figure. In a dramatic manner, she stirs up tension between the classes. Madame? That's all you're going by? Obviously not. I have evidence, too. You have evidence that Madame Beaumont was behind this bombing. Real evidence? You didn't tell me about this before the trial? I didn't think it would be necessary to tell you. How was I to know that you would drag this out?
Enough bickering, you two. Inspector, present your evidence.
Very well, Your Honor. Huh. Fucking police, yeah. This is a poster that was found at the crime scene. It was crudely fastened to a pillar around 50 meters from where the explosion occurred. You will all burn for your sins. This message is no doubt intended as a declaration of violence, a warning of what's to come. As you can see, this poster was damaged in the explosion and the ensuing fire. The signatures at the bottom are nearly unreadable. Despite this, it is evident that two names fit perfectly. Those names are Fontaine Piero. What? What? Fontaine Piero? The two Bardos? Perfect fucking French. Is that an In Bruges joke? Did you just make an In Bruges joke? On my stream? Without notifying me first? I mean, I knew they were rebels because I saw them in the catacombs with my own eyes, but you really think they did this? Oh, did you? Yeah. Well, yes. You did. Well, fine. Good movie if you haven't seen it. Would recommend In Bruges. Highly recommend. Of course not. Of course not. No, the names fit the gap, and it's far too much of a coincidence for it to be anyone else. I mean, extremely not. Okay, whatever.
True, yeah, the greater the names, the clearly fit the gaps. The inspector's evidence appears to be pretty convincing, prosecutor.
Yeah, good lord, we couldn't just have other people's names in there somehow.
Are you done with your direct examination?
No. No, I'm not. There's no way the poster was written by Fontaine Piero, and I intend to prove it. You're welcome to try, to make it snappy, Monsieur Sparrowson. Poster is found at the crime scene, declaration, Fontaine Piero, that's the one we want. Those are the only names with eyes in them, Inspector, you say that Fontaine Piero made this poster? They're idiots. That's good. There are other possibilities. There are other possibilities? Maybe Piero and Fontaine had no part in this attack. They're fugitive rebels? They're fugitive rebels associated with Madame Beaumont, and their names fit the burned signature. Within the realm of possibility that another person was involved, right?
Do you have someone in mind, prosecutor, or are you just picking at a theory?
I have someone in mind.
I do have someone in mind, actually. I have even more than that. I have evidence. Another person was involved with the Chateau Cremier attack.
Accused.
Inspector Volty, I found this note in the garden fountain of Chateau Cremier.
A note, you say? Let's have a look. Boumort, yeah. I know, I keep saying Beaumont, it's Boumort. Sparrowson, Believe in yourself. What is this sentimental rubbish? Some sort of self-help pamphlet?
Ignore the contents of the note from Home Inspector. Notice the shape of the paper.
The shape? Well, it appears to be a torn corner of paper, probably ripped from a larger sheet. Wait. Tear. Looks familiar.
You see it too. The torn edge of the note matches the torn corner of the poster. What conclusion can we draw from this? I posit the person who wrote this note is the same person who designed and wrote the poster.
That's a reasonable claim, but I don't see anything to indicate who wrote this note. It's unsigned.
Well, it doesn't need a signature, Inspector. I know of only one person who would leave a note in a place like that. I don't want to throw anyone to the horse carriage, especially this person, but, well, in my opinion, the only person who fits is... Mon Dieu.
Mon Dieu! What was that?
Explosion. Sounded like it came from right outside.
No doubt about it. Did you arrange this?
What? Me? No, I have no idea what's going on.
I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but, well, in a manner of speaking, how to put this?
For pity's sake, spit it out, monsieur.
Fire! There's a big fire!
Here, in the Palais of Justice, at this time of day, localized...
Oh, how's the quote go? Here, and in this time of day, in this hemisphere, at this time of year, yeah.
Located specifically in the Palais of Justice.
Not just in the Palais of Justice. The whole island is ablaze. It's crazy. You gotta get out of here right now.
Localized entirely within this courtroom. Thank you.
Okay, you heard the rabbit. Everybody out. Court is adjourned.
Hello, buddy. My cat has come to visit. Hey, bud. Hey. You want to come up? Want to become internet famous? Motherfuckers love cats. No? No, guess not. I'm not through with you, Boumort. Spit it out. Are you behind this fire?
Told you, I have no idea what's going on. Now, can you please undo my shackles so I can avoid burning to death?
We need to go, Inspector.
Don't lie to me, Linus. Is this your plan? Is this one of your lackeys trying to break you out? Is this the start of the rebellion proper?
You're acting ridiculous. I'm telling you, the explosion had nothing to do with me.
You're telling the truth, aren't you? You honestly played no part in the Chateau Grenier incident, and you honestly know nothing about this fire.
Seriously, we need to go, Inspector.
Right. Let's go.
Wait, Sparrison. Undo my shackles. Please. You aren't gonna seriously let me die here, are you?
Yeah, undo them.
Of course not. So tight? I think we keep a spare set of jail keys around the judge's podium somewhere.
That's a lot of walking.
It's around here somewhere.
Sparrison, for what it's worth, I'm sorry for killing that prosecutor, Kokoriko. I'd be lying if I said that killing that bird didn't bring me relief. It did. It took a weight off my heart that had been there for years. I'm starting to think that what I did was... well, it wasn't justice. I don't think it was, at least.
Ah, I found the key. Take it. Do your change. You're free to go.
You're letting me walk?
Yep.
You know that I'm going to take this opportunity to flee the country, right?
That's good. Try Britain. Or maybe America. I hear America's nice.
Why are you doing this? I thought prosecutors were all about punishing the guilty.
I don't know much about being a prosecutor, madam. I've only had this job for 4 days, after all. What did you know? The Kokoriko wouldn't call a person burning to death justice, even if that person were guilty. I'm just following his example.
You're following Kokoriko's example? Was the Kokoriko I saw as a child different from the Kokoriko I killed?
I don't know. I hear people can change, but we don't really have time for this discussion, madam. Because, you know, fire, imminent death and stuff.
Right. You lead the way.
Actually, I mean the inspector up front, so you probably want to take it back, exit. Inspector would see us both hanged if he knew what I just did.
I understand, then. We probably won't meet again, so I guess this is goodbye.
Indeed. Good luck, Madam Boumort.
And to you, Sparrowson. You're a first-rate lawyer.
I'm, first-rate?
Buff that chest up. Good. You made it out safely. Any problems?
Nope. Nope. No problems at all.
Excellent. Looks like the rabbit was right. Buildings are on fire from the riverside to riverside. We need to get off this island right away.
Hold on, Inspector. There's something important I need to tell you.
Save it. Our safety takes priority. Fastest way out of here would be via Rue d'Arcot by Notre Dame. Let's not dawdle, Monsieur Sparrowson. On the streets of Al del Cite, panicked people of all ages and classes scurry away from the engulfing fire. Smoke billows out of the burning buildings, enveloping the sky in a dark cloud.
This place is
Utter chaos.
Inspector, slow down. I really need to tell you this.
It can wait.
You really can't. Listen, back in the catacombs, Falcon told me something. I thought he was just saying stupid things because he was angry and stressed. But then with Chateau Cornier incident, now this, well, I think he might have been telling the truth and...
Get the preamble and spit it out.
Falcon told me that he was the Viridian killer.
Inspector. Oops. Wrong voice, whatever.
Are you okay?
I knew it. Run along, Sparrowson. Get off the island safely.
You aren't coming too?
No. I think I'm going to arrest the Viridian killer. I've hunted him for 18 years, and now I finally have my opportunity.
You're going to arrest Falcon? But you don't know where he is.
I do know where he is. The arrogant field depute is watching us right now.
Yes? I don't see him.
Like I said, this is my arrest to make, Sparrowson. Run along.
Doctor? What do I do now?
Dun-dun-dun. That's a baller mask, though. I mean, it doesn't hide your like anything, but oof, that's a good look. Such a beautiful view. Perfect place to watch the city burn.
I am the night. Inspector, it's about time.
Come on, step out of the shadows. I knew it. 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 You were the one responsible for the bombings of the July Revolution. You were the one responsible for the bombings of today. You are the Viridian killer. I am? Ha! Such a brazen confession. You knew before Sparrowson told you, didn't you? How long have you known? I've always had my suspicions. Falcon acting as a defense lawyer? Laughable. It's in your nature to be a bird of prey. Again, weird racist stuff here going on, but alright. It was until Kokoriko and I carried out our investigation that my suspicions turned into evidence-based reasoning. You changed your name between 1829 and 1832. Why? Because you wanted to distance yourself from your old identity, that of the Viridian killer. I knew that you had the murderous spirit in you. I knew that, under the right pressure, I could draw that spirit out. So I created a perfect scenario. You're a fool, Inspector, but I can't fault your intuition. I suppose you wish to arrest me. Of course. I will arrest you. I will have you tried, and I will have you executed in the name of justice. Justice. You talk as if I'm the only one who stands here as a sinner. You, Inspector, are just as guilty as I am. I am an upstanding citizen. You were the one responsible for Severin Kokriko's death. You were the one who ordered for him to undertake a mission that he had no chance of completing. You knew from the moment that you sent him to confront the rebels that he would be killed like a street dog. And for what? To anger me? To make me lash out? Well, congratulations. You've succeeded. Here I stand, the Viridian killer. Kokriko's dead, and Paris is ablaze. Dozens have died, that you can fulfill your lust for punishing criminals. I have broken no law. I have done no wrong. Well, You think the law defines right and wrong? That disgusting level of naivety. Regardless of what's written in the law books, we're both sinners of the worst kind, Inspector. We both deserve justice. So let us be judged by way of the ancient regime. Let us settle this through the oldest form of trial known to man. The oldest form of trial? You wish? Duel. Indeed. I'm sure you brought a pistol. I brought one of my own. This is a farce. I'm not going to duel you. I'm not going to give you a choice. On the count of 5, I'm going to turn and shoot. You can participate, or you can be killed. You really are the monster I expected you to be, Viridian killer. Man, imagine if that was actually just his name. Like, yeah, my name's just Viridian killer. Yeah, I don't know what my parents are thinking, but... Count. 1. Ooh. Wait, who am I controlling right now? Falcon? Ooh. I don't know what I would do with as this Falcon. Like, has this Falcon gone full Joker? Would he allow himself to be shot? Part of the rebel uprising. Change his name. Try to do whatever. I mean, he's definitely jumped off the edge, yeah. So here's the thing I'm trying to figure out. Like, he's mad at the inspector here because, like, the inspector did kind of trigger this whole situation. He sent a man to his death to get us to snap, and a bunch of people are getting hurt as a result of this dude's extremely weird definition of right and wrong. Yeah, he gave Kokriko a gun. Yeah. Wait, yeah, that's probably breaking the law, right? Arming a civilian? That's probably breaking a law. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna wait. 2. I don't know what to do here. I know you can't make the choice for me. I know. It's weird that now I'm having a moral quandary. Right? Like, it's weird that now... Because I feel like if Falcon gets shot, in a way he wins. Right? Like, in a way he kind of proves his point that what's his face? I don't know. That he has to like live with it, kind of thing. I might actually replay this just to see. I'm not sure he actually is the Viridian Killer. Yeah, I'm wondering that myself. Oh! Woo-hoo-hoo. That's the final count, Inspector. Why haven't you turned to shoot me? I see. I misjudged you. I thought you hated criminals through and through, but here you are, showing mercy to your worst enemy. You're a lawful man. A virtuous man. You still await judgment for the death of Severin Cocorico. Ah. If you thought that you could escape punishment just because you were willing to show me mercy, well, you are very much mistaken. Oh, dang! You dishonorable Connard, shooting a man in the back. I never claimed to be honorable. Nor did I. Oh, dang! Oh, dang! I guess there was no way that was going to play out. If I shot him, we'd still be the coward, and he would still turn around and shoot us. So there's actually no way it plays out. This is how it ends for us. Two old birds going up in flame. I can hear the people chanting, liberty, equality, fraternity. The rebellion really has begun. Now this isn't right. I can't leave things like this. Inspector, I have a confession. I am not the Viridian Killer. Da-da-da! Yes, I bombed Chateau Crenier. I did that to get revenge on an enemy of mine. Yes, I set the city on fire to spite you. But the real Viridian Killer, the one who maimed you in the July Revolution 18 years ago, that wasn't me. I have no idea who that person is. Do you hear me, Inspector? You're already gone. Maybe it's for the best you didn't hear. Truth is overrated anyway. Okay, you're dragging it out now, Falcon. This is it. This is my time to go. Not on my watch. Oh god, Sparrowson, really? Come on your feet. Sparrowson? Sparrowson? What are you doing, dude? My cat is right here, just doing stuff. Damn it. Where is this? Oh, the hospital. Huh. How's your doctor? Physically, Falcon's injuries are pretty minor. Just some minor burns and superficial gunshot wound. But mentally, I think he'll need a little time. See, don't fret. This hospital was the best mental health care in all of Europe. We'll do everything we can to put him right. We'll execute him. We'll throw him in an ice cold bath. Do all kinds of stuff to him. Don't worry. Thank you, Doctor. Can I speak to him? Sure, that's no problem at all. Actually, you should take him for a walk by the river. Maybe that'll do him some good. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hi, Sparrowson. Hi, Falcon. Feeling okay? Yeah. Don't worry. I haven't gone loopy. That's a relief. Come on, let's take a walk. So it looks like the rebel uprising was successful. The Prime Minister fled. The King was booted out of the country. France has a new and scary future ahead of it, doesn't it? Yes, I suppose so. I hear Judge Maxime granted you a full legal license. Yeah, I'm a real attorney now. Congratulations are in order. You must be proud. I am. Have you decided what kind of law you're going to specialize in? I love how contract law is an option. Ah, it's fine. You're gonna be a defense attorney. Like you, I suppose. Defense attorney, huh? Suits you. Think so? Yeah, you're good at playing the hero.
I think we've made enough small talk, Falcon. There's something serious we need to discuss. The bombings. Only Inspector Volge and I knew that you were behind the attacks of Chateau Cagnier and the courthouse. Only he and I knew that you are the Viridian killer. So with him gone, it's just me.
I see. Do you plan on turning me in?
Nah.
No.
Why not? Difficult to say. Still trying to get a handle on this justice malarkey. Right now, I don't know what's right and wrong.
Bad thing for a lawyer to say.
Are you a murderer? Should you be in prison? I don't know. This whole thing's a mess. I find myself asking, what would Kokoriko do?
Probably give you some stupid Voltaire quip.
I guess.
Listen, Sparrowson, I want to thank you for not turning me in, but I think I'm going to stay at the hospital for a while. Or maybe a long while. You can call it a penance, if you want.
I understand. Yeah, you could just go. Make a run for it. Won't be able to catch you. But you could even make it all the way to Clay.
Yeah, I probably could. But I won't.
You don't want to be free?
Of course, I want to fly away more than anything. Can you fly? Can birds fly in this? I don't know. But some birds need to be kept caged. And I believe that's the end. Yeah. Alright. There we go. We got through the 2 bad endings. I wonder if they're all just going to be kind of bad. Yeah, yeah, basically, so, yeah, Route 4A Route A is basically just Falcon turns into a proto-Joker. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so we've done 4A and 4C. 4B, I will be pulling up a guide for, at least to get to 4B. Because I really don't feel like doing all of this, just puzzling it out. I'm not gonna do that crap. We're just gonna get something to do all the right decisions. I know what most of them are, but yeah, there's like an order to do things to get it like as fast as possible. So that's what we will do tomorrow, and then we'll see the end of this game. So yeah, admittedly, all these endings seem a little more on the gray side. So. This one? Nope, this one. There we go. And we're gonna skip that song. Okay. Well. Oof, those are some bummer endings, huh? Okay. Alright. Yeah, so okay, we're gonna close up the stream now. Tomorrow we will finish off Aviary Attorney with the good route, I guess. Assuming the good route. The one where Kokoriko doesn't die and Falcon doesn't just lose his entire sense of self and justice, you know. That ending, at the very least. This is on the Chill channel, I just want to point out. Jesus, please, can you just give me a chill song? Wow. Whew. Anyways, yeah, tomorrow we will finish off Aviary Attorney. I feel confident that. You think that in spite of Act 3 you like this game? Yeah, I like it, but it frustrates me. I think that's how I would put it. I like it, but it frustrates me. I like the characters. I like the setting. I mean, I like that it's basically a Phoenix Wright game in terms of like a lot of its mechanics that it's borrowing, which is fine. I'm not criticizing it there. That Act 3, just Act 3 leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. Like, it really wants you to fail. That's what it actually feels like, is like, it's, I dare say, it almost feels like you're supposed to get one of the other endings first. To make you go back and replay and try and get the right ending. That is what it feels like, but that's still crummy. I don't like it when games like set you up to fail to teach you a lesson. It just bugs me. Especially since, like, when I was doing Act 3 the first time, I was trying to actually do the jobs at hand. But all of my assumptions about where one would go to learn this stuff just... you might have... Yeah, okay, Pony Freak saying... I forgot if I said this on stream, but it's actually kind of like Undertale where you need to get the neutral ending before you get the good ending. Yeah, I think you did. You might have actually said that. But regardless, it's just a little frustrating, that's all. It's just, I don't like when games kind of set you up to fail like that. Because I was doing my best, and I just absolutely, like, whiffed it, right? So, I don't know. Regardless, that's going to be the end of the stream. As a reminder, there is a pandemic, so please practice your social distancing. Try and interact with people as little as possible. Try and keep yourself entertained. Watch other streamers. There's lots of good ones out there. Read some books. Consume a lot of Netflix. You know, tidy your house. I rearranged my whole space here. Because I had, originally my tower was down here beside like a little sortie thing, and I had no room at my desk, so I moved my tower up here. In the previous videos, you would have seen it around here. And I found out upon rewatching one of my videos that I was actually picking up the fans when I talked, which simply will not do. So, what I ended up doing was actually the organizer junk drawer thing that I had. I actually went through it, threw a bunch of crap out of it, and moved it somewhere else. Moved everything over, so I'm actually occupying my desk space properly, and got to move my computer down. So, you know, good use of my time. You know, improving my space. My mic is weird. Why is my mic weird? Is my fan still being captured right now? Your low tones. That shit. What? Okay. Wait, I don't know what you're trying to tell me, Pokemon Freak. It's fine now. I mean, I do have my work laptop up here, so that fan might go off every once in a while. But the other one, yeah, it's now fans under a desk, so it should be fine now. But yeah, you know, improving my space. Things you can do when you're trying not to, you know, when you can't really go outside or talk to people as much. But you should definitely talk to people through the magic of the internet and phones and stuff like that. Stay connected, even if you can't do it in a physical space. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow with what I assume will be the conclusion to Aviary Attorney. Thanks for tuning in, and see you then.